A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. It's the South Carolina Gamecocks and the Miami Hurricanes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Canes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quarterback may change this route. The run inside. It's Fuller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. Caught over the middle. It's Harbor.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Fuller. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Might be changing the route. Here's Sellers to throw. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Running inside. It's Fletcher. Maybe some room here. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll give it to Brown. Oh, he's got some space. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Mensah. Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. One final play before the end of the quarter. Hand off for Brown. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Here's Mensah to throw. Oh, they're after him. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football. He'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and
Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 30, at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The sure hands, it's Brown. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Throwing, Mensah. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire, and down he goes.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Oh, the attempt is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hunt. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on 1st down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He is in! Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Mensah. The short hands. It's Lofton. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And, man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He's good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nice job by the pass rush. They know if they can get to this QB, they can hit him and force these incompletions.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Motion from the wideout. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's Mensah to throw. Finds us back in the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. There's a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Canes. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
It give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come to Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement up front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run it.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Got his man. Turning it on. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Fletcher. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Mensah. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fletcher. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's Mensah to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Hurricane. They move on top here in the 4th.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And now, after being stymied for this entire 2nd half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And the Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
At the 35, he's loose. Racing down the left side. The 20. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Fletcher. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the pressure. Buried before he could blink.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing, Mensah. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Canes will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for space. It's Fuller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front, and good job being physical by that D-line, too.
It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. This deep in the game, the entire outcome can swing on who makes the big play, and this time, great play by the defense.
Phenomenal job of just keying in. You could tell that defense was expecting that play with the game on the line. They had 11 guys on the same page. Phenomenal effort. Great job by the defense.
Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go right back downfield. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Mensah. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
The offense lining up for a first down play. On the run, it's Fuller. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The defense has not had an answer for this guy today. Already over 150 yards receiving. That time, the ball falls incomplete, but we haven't seen that happen too often today.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. Rushes on him. If he houses this, it's ball game. Bringing it back. He's at the 50. 30. He's at the 20. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can